Good morning, I'm Samriddhi K.C. and these are the headlines of the hour. Teachers' protest enters its 20th day today. Government prepares to take forward 7 points out of 24 points to the Council of Ministers for discussion. Electrocution in a jeep kills 4 passengers en route to Pathivara from Phungling. 2 seriously injured undergoing necessary treatment. The government has begun preparations to address the demands raised by the protesting teachers. The Ministry of Education has stated that the issues put forward by the teachers as preconditions, as well as those agreed upon previously with the government, such as teacher grade adjustments, accumulated leave, pensions, seniority and position adjustments, are being prepared to be taken to the cabinet. Furthermore, preparations are underway to take the selection of head teachers based on competition, teacher council, child development centers and the regularization of relief and temporary teachers to the Council of Ministers. Out of the 24 points submitted by the Federation during discussions with the Minister of Education a week ago, the government is preparing to take 7 points to the cabinet. Teachers have been protesting in Kathmandu for the past 20 days. Despite meetings with the Prime Minister and the Speaker during this period, the Teachers Federation has stated that the agitation will continue until the government guarantees the enactment of an education law that ensures the professional rights and interests of teachers in accordance with the previous agreements. As the indefinite academic strike of teachers enters its 20th day, with educators standing firm on their positions, the upcoming Class 12 examinations scheduled for April 24th remain uncertain. Student enrollment and regular teaching activities have also been disrupted.
The Examination Board is set to hold the Class 12 exams from 24th of April, with 1,591 centers prepared for 550,000 students. However, the ongoing indefinite strike by community school teachers and staff, particularly in Kathmandu, has jeopardized the exam process. Key preparations, including orientation for center heads and invigilators, human resource coordination and distribution of admit cards, remain incomplete, casting serious uncertainty over the nationwide examination.
यो बाटो क्लियरै भएन अथवा त्यो भन्दा बढ्ता चाहिँ अप्ठ्यारो परिस्थिति सिर्जना भयो भने त हामीले चाहिँ तत्काल रूपले चाहिँ विद्यार्थीलाई एउटा चाहिँ सूचना त दिनै पर्छ हैन हामीले भोलिसम्म सूचना दिनुपर्ने अवस्था छ परीक्षाको सन्दर्भमा परीक्षा चाहिँ कहिले हुने के हुने हैन यो लाइनबाट चाहिँ गर्नै पर्ने परिस्थिति आउँछ हैन परीक्षा विद्यार्थीहरूलाई चाहिँ परीक्षा हुन्छ कि हुन्न भन्ने चाहिँ जुन किसिमको कुराहरु छ यदि चाहिँ अहिलेको परिस्थितिमा भोलिसम्म पनि हामीले यो अवस्थालाई यतिकै रह्यो भने त हामीले बालबालिकालाई त एउटा नोटिस त दिन पर्छ नि.
The nationwide Grade 8 examination scheduled by local levels a week after the new academic session has been disrupted. Despite the escalating crisis in the education sector, the government has yet to respond to teachers' demands. The Teachers Federation remains firm, refusing to participate in any school activities and pledging to continue protests until the education bill is enacted.
परीक्षा हाम्रो कुनै पनि नेपाल सरकारबाट शैक्षिक क्षेत्रमा हुने कुनै पनि कार्यक्रमहरू हाम्रा मागहरू हाम्रा पेशागत मागहरू शैक्षिक मागहरू र समग्र मागहरू पूरा नभएसम्म हामी कुनै पनि नेपाल सरकारले अगाडि सारेका कार्यक्रम नीति कार्यक्रमहरुमा चाहिँ हाम्रो भद्र अवज्ञा गर्ने नै कार्यक्रम रहेको हुनाले अहिले तुरुन्तै हामी कपी परीक्षण गर्ने अवस्थामा पनि छैनौं 12 को कक्षा सञ्चालन गर्ने अवस्थामा पनि छैनौं.
Amid the ongoing teachers' protest and uncertainty surrounding the examinations, students are facing growing psychological stress during their preparation. In response, the National Examination Board has called on the government and protesting teachers to ensure a conducive environment for both the upcoming Class 12 exams and overall academic activities, including grade improvement efforts.
परीक्षा हुन्छ हुन्न भन्ने खालको कुरामा कुनै किसिमको दोधार नभइकिन आफ्नो अध्ययनलाई निरन्तरता रूपबाट चाहिँ दिनको लागि म अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु र दोस्रो सबै शिक्षक र शिक्षक महासंघ र सरकारको बीचको यो जुन किसिमको संवादको कुराहरु चाहिँ सुरु भएको छ यो संवादलाई छिटो टुंगिएर यसलाई निकास निस्कन पर्छ भन्ने खालको कुराहरुमा पनि म अनुरोध गर्न चाहन्छु.
Disruption of the Class 12 exams would have a cascading impact on the academic calendar from schools to universities. universities. Both the government and protesting teachers must show flexibility, as continued rigidity on either side will be seen as a failure of responsibility.
A jeep heading to Pathivara from Phungling, the district headquarters of Taplejung, electrocuted 4 passengers to death. The incident occurred at a place called Sevaro Chowk when a station electric wire transmitted current to the jeep. 2 other passengers in the jeep sustained serious injuries. Assistant Chief District Officer of Taplejung, Sandeepa Khadka, stated that the jeep was carrying passengers for pilgrimage to Pathivara when the accident happened. The injured are currently receiving treatment at the district hospital in Taplejung. A jeep accident in Palpa has resulted in the death of 1 passenger. The accident occurred yesterday evening in Maling Beldada of Khanichhap, Banaskali Rural Municipality 4. Police have stated that 17-year-old Elijah Saru, a resident of Baigha in Kaligandaki Rural Municipality, died at the scene of the accident. 5 people were injured in the accident. It is reported that the jeep was unable to ascend an uphill road leading to the accident. The injured are currently receiving treatment at Tansen Hospital. Welcome back. The trend of opposition parties stalling parliament with slogans, forming investigation committees and then failing to act in long-standing in Madhya province. Now, amid growing concerns over financial mismanagement, preparations are underway to form yet another parliamentary probe, this time targeting sitting ministers.
And cadres of the Janamat Party, the main ruling partner in Madhya province, have staged a protest against the minister's working style. Demonstrators gathered outside the chief minister's office, demanding an investigation into scheme-related irregularities, action against corrupt ministers, proper budget allocation and protection of public property in Janakpur Dham. Earlier, 10 consecutive province assembly meetings were disrupted over the same demand.
भ्रष्टाचार र आर्थिक अनियमितताको बारेमा छानबिन संसदीय छानबिन समिति बनाएर अगाडि बढाऊ भन्ने हाम्रो थियो। उहाँहरूको के छ भने पहिले मन्त्रीज्यूहरूमाथि सरकारमाथि लागेका आरोपलाई हामीले चाहिँ जवाब दिनुपर्छ। हामीले के भन्यो भने तपाईहरुले त लगातार जवाब दिइराख्नु भएको छ।
जुन कुरोमा अभियोग लगाउनु भएको छ त्यो कुरो हसमा राख्न दिनुस् अनि त्यो कुरो राखे पछाडी त्यसपछि हामी पुनः बसौं। त्यो चाहिँ तपाईहरुले चितबुझ्दो भयो भने ठिकै छ, होइन भने त्यसपछि हामी बढेर के अगाडि गर्नुपर्छ त्यसमा हामी तयार छौं।
As Speaker Ramchandra Mandal moves to form a special parliamentary investigation committee, Minister for Physical Infrastructure Saroj Kumar Yadav, also UML's parliamentary party leader, disclosed in the assembly the number of development plans taken by party lawmakers. According to him, Congress and UML each took 240 plans, Janamat 163, LSP 94, while opposition parties like JSP took 174, Maoist Centre 64, Unified Socialist 56, Citizen Liberation 5, RPP 4 and Nepal Federal Socialist Party 2.
सबै जिल्लाको तपाईको चाहिँ नि योजनाको तपाईको चाहिँ नि के रे नाम लिस्ट यहाँ छ। यो कभरमा साइडमा कसको नाम लेख्या वडा अध्यक्षको नाम लेख्या छ। एउटा योजनामा पनि वडा अध्यक्षको नाम लेख्या छैन। छ भने यो रेकर्ड म यहाँ के रे सभामुखज्यूलाई दिन चाहन्छु, यो तपाई अलिकति छानबिन गरियोस्। अनि आफू सरकारमा हुँदाखेरि वडा कार्यालयमा तपाईले जे विधि अपनाउनु भएको थियो त्यही विधि त अपनाइया छ।
Earlier, at the request of the then opposition UML, the finance minister in Saroj Kumar Yadav's government was investigated for alleged financial misconduct. He is accused of transferring large funds and issuing conditional grants based on commission deals. Although the Special Parliamentary Investigation Committee submitted its report 6 months ago, Speaker Ramchandra Mandal has neither presented it in the House nor recommended its implementation.
गम्भीरताका साथ सरकारले जसरी चाहिँ तपाईको त्यसलाई कार्यान्वयन गर्नु पर्थ्यो त्यसमा चाहिँ कमी आएको मैले चाहिँ फिल गरेको छु र मैले चाहिँ कारबाहीको लागि दोस्रो पटक मैले चिठी पनि लेखिसकेको छु।
In 6 years, 5 special parliamentary investigation committees have been formed in Madhya province, but none of their reports, except one related to consumer committee payments, have been implemented. Key reports on irregularities at the Janakpur cigarette factory and educational training center, excessive payments approved by the Ombudsman Committee, and financial misconduct by ministers remain unaddressed.
The National Planning Commission (NPC) has suggested focusing the budget only on the projects and programs that are in the final stages of completion. While submitting its report with policy and program suggestions for the upcoming fiscal year to Finance Minister Bishnu Paudel, the Commission advised bringing the budget in line with the overall resource ceiling. The NPC stated that in the coming year alone, the liability for principal and interest payments on public debt will exceed 400 billion Nepali rupees. Likewise, it noted that additional resources will be required due to the increased expenditure on mandatory state obligations such as employee benefits, pensions and gratuities. Given the need for additional resource mobilization for the reconstruction of infrastructure damaged by disasters, social security, health insurance and other headings, the Commission has suggested allocating budgets only to the projects that will be completed within 1 to 2 years. The NPC also recommended a review of the fiscal transfers to the provincial and local levels in proportion to revenue mobilization.
यसले फिस्कल स्पेस बढाउने घटाउने गर्छ त्यो हुनाले चाहिँ हामीले यस्तो नीतिको बारेमा चाहिँ छलफल गर्यौं जसले फिस्कल स्पेस चाहिँ बढाओस् र हामीले चाहिँ अलिकति व्यवस्थित गर्न सकौं भनेर अर्को प्राथमिकीकरणले चाहिँ हामी चाहिँ पहिला जुन चाहिँ अवस्था छ त्यसलाई प्राथमिकीकरण थप गरिएपछि त्यसले फिस्कल स्पेस बढाउँछ त्यो हिसाबले त्यो बारेमा चाहिँ छलफल गर्यौं त्यसपछि हामीले चाहिँ समन्वय गर्यौं अन्तर मन्त्रालय समन्वयले चाहिँ स्पेस चाहिँ अलिकति बढाउँथ्यो त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामीले चाहिँ अलि गहन रूपमा छलफल गर्यौं.
While receiving the report, Finance Minister Paudel stated that economic indicators have shown improvement. He also mentioned that while preparing the upcoming budget, he would remain mindful of the issues that would uplift the economy.
यी सबै गतिविधिको परिणाम के भइरहेको छ भने पछिल्लो दिनमा अर्थतन्त्रका समस्त परिसूचकहरू सकारात्मक दिशातर्फ अभिमुख छन्, अग्रसर छन्. अर्थतन्त्रका सबै परिसूचकहरूलाई हेर्नु भनेदेखि अघिल्लो वर्षको यो चाहिँ यही समयको तुलनामा चैत्र मसान्तको तुलनामा यो वर्षको चैत्र मसान्तको आर्थिक परिसूचकहरूलाई सामनेमा राखेर तुलना गर्ने भनेदेखि हामीले प्राय सबै जसो परिसूचकहरुमा कतिपयमा अत्यन्त उत्साहजनक र उल्लेखनीय र अधिकांशमा सकारात्मक सुधारहरू चाहिँ हामीले गर्न सकेका छौं र हामी के भन्न सक्ने अवस्थामा आइपुगेका छौं भने अर्थतन्त्र सुध्रिदै छ र अर्थतन्त्र लयमा फर्किदै छ.
In terms of social development, it has suggested proposing programs and budgets by focusing on the goals and objectives of the 16th plan and the indicators of the Sustainable Development Goals. It has also stated that ongoing programs and projects should be reviewed and duplicate programs or projects of the same nature should be merged or cancelled. In the current situation, it has suggested maximizing the use of existing structures instead of creating new institutional structures. The Commission has also recommended proposing programs in a way that ensures provincial balance and effective coordination among all three levels of government. The NPC has also suggested making the allocation of programs and projects objective in accordance with the criteria related to the distribution of development projects at the federal, provincial and all local levels. A slight improvement has been observed in the profits of all commercial banks over the past 3 months. While the overall profits of banks decreased in the Nepalese month of Paush, there was only a 1.4% increase in the profits of banks in March. This indicates that the economic slowdown is still ongoing. According to the financial statements, up to the end of March, the profits of 11 out of 20 commercial banks have increased. Commercial banks have earned a total profit of 4.1,251,138,000 Nepali rupees. In the corresponding period of the last fiscal year, these banks had earned 4,683,000,000 rupees. Nepal Bank is at the forefront of the list of banks that have increased their profits. However, Nabil Bank has earned the highest profit by the end of the Nepalese month of Chaitra with 5,050,000,000 rupees, followed by Investment Bank with 4,040,000,000 rupees. Analysts say that the slight increase in profits indicates some improvement.
त्यति खराबी अवस्थामा चाहिँ पुगिसकेको छैन. बैंकिङ सेक्टरको रिटर्न पनि हेर्नुहुन्छ भने म्याक्सिमम रिटर्न दिन सक्ने 34% देखि लिएर न्यूनतम चाहिँ नि करिब नेगेटिभ भएको पनि बैंकहरू छन् हैन. तर एभरेजमा तपाईको 7.5% को अहिले चाहिँ रिटर्न देखिएको छ एभरेजमा. त्यसले गर्दा अहिले ब्याज दर र अहिलेको भने प्राप्त अरू रिटर्नको आधारमा हेर्ने भने ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरको प्रतिफल ठिकै छ। ब्याङ्किङ सेक्टरको यसपालिको प्रोफिटेबिलिटी हेर्नुहुन्छ भने अलिकति रिकभरी र अलिकति तपाईँको प्रफिटको मात्रा बढ्नाले कहीँ कतै इकोनोमी चाहिँ अब माथि बढ्न खोजिरहेको जस्तो देखिएको छ। हाम्रो इम्पोर्ट पनि बढेको छ, एक्सपोर्ट पनि बढिरहेको छ।
The profits of 9 commercial banks, however, have decreased. NIC Asia and Himalayan Bank are at the forefront of the list of banks with declining profits. Due to the economic slowdown, businesses and other borrowers have not been able to pay interest and installments on time. The number of people being blacklisted for not being able to pay interest and installments has also increased. As a result of these blacklisted individuals, banks have had to set aside funds for provisioning against bad debts, which has led to the decrease in the profits of 9 banks. 812 people have been affected by the dengue infection since Nepali month of Posh that coincides with the onset of summer and rainy seasons. According to the Epidemiology and Disease Control Division of Department of Health Services, infections have been observed in 67 districts so far. The highest number of infections, 229 cases, has been reported in Bagmati province. Likewise, Koshi province has 187 cases, Gandaki province has 142, Lumbini province has 113, Sudur Pashchim province has 103, Karnali has 25 and Madhya province has 13. However, the department has stated that no complications have been observed. With the rising temperatures and ongoing rainfall, the risk has increased. The government has urged people to take precautions such as wearing full-sleeved clothes, preventing water accumulation and searching for and destroying mosquito larvae to avoid the risk of dengue infection. In 2024, 41,865 people were infected with dengue and 15 deaths occurred. Although the government has been stating that it is in a state of preparedness every year, the number of dengue infections has been increasing in the recent years. That is all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.